Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Kitty Cat Sims for now. That may or may not be changing. Otherwise, you guys can all call me Cat. Um, yeah, I just needed to think of something, and that is the only thing I could think of off the top of my head. And I have not thought of anything to change it to since coming up with my channel and debating what I wanted to do. Um, as I'm sure you guys can figure out by my channel name, I play The Sims. And I have been an avid Sims player since as long as I can remember. I started my Sims journey with Sims Bustin' Out for the PlayStation 2. And after that, I'm fairly certain I got the original Sims for the PlayStation. I'd only really played Sims on console up until Sims 3 when I bought it for my PC, but I didn't really like it. So it was my first interaction, or my first introduction to Sims on PC. And I wasn't in love with it. I didn't love the graphics. I just thought it was really glitchy. It lagged a lot. And so after having Sims 3 for like a year or so for my PC, I decided I was going to get it for the console, and so I got it for my PlayStation 3 when it released. And then when Sims 4 released for PC, the day of, I remember going to my local Best Buy and purchasing it, and that was it for me. I haven't touched Sims 4 for console, and I don't plan on touching it for console. I specifically only play Sims 4 on PC. Not that there's anything wrong with playing it on console. There's just something about it, and I just chose to not change. So yeah, I have played Sims for as long as I can remember, and I have been watching Simmers play or post LPs on YouTube forever, and not just Simmers, but like really enjoy watching people play Let's Plays. And I have finally decided that I want to actually do it. I did start a channel a few years ago, but that didn't stick. And so now here I am, 27 years old, deciding that I want to start up a channel and start up a challenge and post some videos. And so the challenge that we have here in front of us right now that we're going to start is the Legacy Challenge. Now, the Legacy Challenge has existed pretty much since Sims has been a thing. The Legacy Challenge has been a thing. And it's my favorite challenge to play. It's also the challenge that I've restarted the most because I've lost interest in families, or I like to change things up, and so I thought maybe if I started a channel and started a family that I was posting about, that maybe, just maybe, I would stick with it. And so here we are. Pretty much what the challenge is about is there is like a list of rules, and there is like a point system you can follow. I do not follow the point system. I like to have fun with it, but I do play by the rules, as much as humanly possible, that is. But you start out with one sim, your founding sim, for your challenge. You get to pick their gender. And you get to pick everything about them, their traits, their aspiration, their looks, literally everything. And then the people that you marry, you're not really supposed to change their appearance. I do occasionally. We'll see what happens. If I can find a sim that I just absolutely love the way that they look, they will be who I won't change them. But if there's somebody that I like but I want to change a thing or two about them, the sims that we marry and that we procreate with, I am going to allow myself to adjust slightly. But as far as your children go, you get what you get, and you don't get to choose their traits, you don't get to choose their aspiration. All of that is randomized. So the only person that you really have any control over is your founding sim. I always favor female Sims because I just think they're so much pretty. Like, they're just so pretty. And I live for female Sims. And so this here is our founding Sim, Alice Martin. She's actually and I'll have to go in and I'll have to delete her family, but she is I might not need to because I did change her a little bit. And I probably won't come in contact with this save, but I did take her from the world, delete her family, and then revamp her just a little bit. But this is Alice. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. I do play with some custom content. I don't play with a whole lot. The custom content I cannot live without is my original base skin, which gives them a matte finish rather than the glossy finish that they usually come with, and my eyelashes. I will not play Sims without my eyelashes. And they are an overlay, not an overlay, but I don't know the term, but somebody took Kajiko, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, the eyelashes that Kajiko made, and they made them off of that. And so I don't know what they call that. That's not a mask, it's not a mesh, but they just redid them, and so they're just so big and so full. But so this is Alice Martin. She is our founding Sim. I think she's just a doll. This is her everyday wear. So I gave her the Big Happy Family aspiration just because I think that fits. I gave her the Loves Outdoors traits because she is going to be starting her life outside. She's creative because I will be making her paint for money. And then she's family oriented because I just thought that made sense. And then her voice, which I'm not sure if you guys heard, but I kind of gave her a deeper voice just because. And the other thing is I almost always make white Sims, like pasty, like I just do. And so I thought it would be fun to make an African American Sim or someone that is of color. And I also gave her, as you guys can see, the vitiligo skin detail. I love vitiligo. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. And I think men and women who have vitiligo are just absolutely gorgeous. And so, yeah, that's what I did. And so this is her everyday. Pepper, get off of me. Sorry, my cat's trying to climb on top of me. So this is her everyday outfit. It is one of the full outfits that, I don't remember, it came with some sort of update. I don't think this was in base game, but regardless. So that is her everyday wear outfit. This is her formal wear outfit. I thought it was just, I want to change her shoes. I had originally, there we go. And then I do want to give her stockings. I guess I didn't have her finished. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to make her finish and I'm going to make everything good. That way we can just start up. But this is her formal wear. This did come with the my wedding day pack. And I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love women in pantsuits. Oh, I love women in pantsuits. But that's her face for that outfit. This is her workout wear. I love her in bright colors, and I also love that you can see a lot of her skin here. I also thought about giving her some tattoos, but this is her sleepwear. This is the only piece of custom content clothing that I have my Sims wear. I do have a couple pieces downloaded. I don't like the way a lot of them look, but I do love this for pajamas. Just something I would wear. This is her party suit. I think she is gorgeous in this. I love her pants. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love this Sim. I absolutely love the Sim. I do not like these earrings though. So let's get rid of these bad boys. Let's change them. There we go. We'll give her those. These will be there. That works. For her earrings for her party wear. Love that set from the magical whatever it's called. Her swimsuit, absolutely love this. I absolutely love her showing her skin. Again, the vitiligo skin detail is amazing. I think it looks so great. This is her hot weather outfit. I absolutely love these strawberry earrings. Absolutely love. I think they're the freaking cutest. And then her cold weather outfit. The outfits from the Snowy Escape. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I don't know the names of packs. The snow one, the ski one. Their outfits are literally to die for. And I just think she's so cute in colors. But yeah, so that is Alice Martin. I literally have not left cast mode. And so everything, and this was the household that she was in. But the other thing you have to think of when you are naming your sim is the last name that they have is the last name that carries out for the entire legacy, for all 10 generations. So pick a name that you like. And honestly, if you end up not liking the name and you think of a different name that you like better, just change it. Do what you want. Like I said, there are rules to follow. Literally have fun with it. It's a challenge, but also, like, who is gonna know if you're following all of the rules to a T? Nobody but yourself, and as long as you're okay with what you do, that's all that matters. I am quick pulling up the Legacy Challenge rules so I can read them to you guys once we get to that point. And it's not so much the rules, it's so much just like planning everything and like all that good jazz. Oh my gosh. Hold on, give me a second, my friends. Gameplay rules. I don't need gameplay rules. I don't need those. I don't need those. I don't need that. I do have every pack as well. And so that's nice because if you guys don't have them and want to see Sims 4 Legacy Challenge rules. Jeepers creepers. I should have had this all up beforehand. Rules 2022 maybe? What's this right here? Scoring trade generator, no. Ah, here we go. I found it. I found it. I was looking for the succession laws. So anyways, so I play like the super uber challenge mode. There's a term that they use for it. I start out in the winter and I start out with absolutely nothing. So we are going to be living in Windenburg. It is my favorite world. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. We're just going to move here momentarily. I will show you guys. Like I said, I literally am starting from the ground. I haven't done any preparations. I haven't done any of that jazz. The starting in the winter is really hard because in my home area, I won't be allowed to fish if it's cold and snowy because then it just doesn't allow you to fish. Yeah, so I just won't be... Oh, I've got it. Oh, it's a good thing. I forgot. She's super rich in the game. And so I've got to downplay her money anyways. So, there are a couple different lots that you can choose. Another thing is you have to make sure that the lot that you move into is also the lot that you stay on for the entirety of the challenge. So this is my favorite lot. You can either choose a 50 by 50 lot, or you can choose a 64 by 64 lot. And I like the 64 by 64 lot. There are a couple differences when setting up your Legacy Challenge, and I will point them both out to you guys. But I love this one, but the Villarreals live here, and we can't have that. So I just evict them, and then I click on me, and I put move out household. You can move into an empty lot, but bulldoze it. Absolutely bulldoze that lot. You want to start with nothing. So stop trying to sit on my lap. There's no room. Have a laptop. There's just no room. Oh, all right. So then we'll load into the game, and I will show you guys how to quick set up for the Legacy Challenge, and then I'll quick go through the succession laws. So we will go ahead, open up Build Buy mode. It is bright and white. If you hit Control-Shift-C all at the same time, the little tab opens on top. You have to make sure that you've got testing cheats. So you can put testing cheats on or testing cheats true. I do testing cheats on, so it enables the cheats. Now, if you move to this lot with like a 64 by 64 lot, I believe it starts you with 8,000 money. I think it starts you with 8,000 simoleons. And then you have to purchase, it's the decor items. I don't remember their names. I never remember their names. It's in this one there at the very bottom. These guys. So it is one of those and two of these? Yes. So you'll want to buy one von Windenburg's Trap and two of the Point Enmities. And that brings you down to 1,800 simoleons. Or if you move on to a 50 by 50 lot, it starts you with 10,000 simoleons when then you go ahead and you purchase the Knight of the Octagon suit, table suit of armor. And after you purchase any of those items, depending on what lot you pick, let's go ahead and close that. You then go ahead and you stick it in your inventory. You stick all of those items in your inventory because they have moodlets, and you're not supposed to play with anything to start with that is going to adjust your mood. And so that they stay in your inventory the entire time. Now, I am playing the extreme mode, and I'm starting with 0 simoleons. Absolutely nothing. So this is our ginormous lot. It's my favorite lot to play on because, well, first off, the view is gorgeous. Secondly, it's secluded, so it's like you're kind of in your own little neck of the woods. And then thirdly, I feel like this lot has, like, this entire map space has the most collectible items, like not forageables. Oh my gosh, now I'm thinking of Stardew. Like the diggables, the stuff that you can find and sell. And the biggest thing about playing in the winter is it's cold, and thankfully she's got a cold weather outfit, but like I have nothing. I have no money. I'm starting with literally nothing. And so yeah, I need money. And we are going to name our lot the Martin Estates. So now, real quick, we will go through, we'll go ahead and go into save, or to live mode, or live mode, however you want to pronounce it. I also really appreciate, so I gave her a buzzed head, and I really appreciate that the vitiligo skin shows on her hair as well, because you would see that through a buzzed head because it's on your skin. All right, so the biggest rules that follow the Legacy Challenge are you start with nothing. You don't have to start with 0 simoleons. I do just because I really enjoy the challenge. But you start with literally nothing. No money, no assets, no house, no nothing. And you want to build a successful legacy and live out 10 full generations. The other rule is you're not supposed to play with anything that will like give you an upper advantage. But again, it's your game. Play it however you want. You don't have to follow any rules. You don't have to answer to anybody. I'm going to also real quick oops, wrong way. I just want to make it so we can see her pretty face. Alrighty. So I will go ahead real quick and just go over the things that you have to pick when you are first starting out. So there are a couple different laws that you're supposed to follow. Again, you don't have to follow anything you don't want to, but I'm going to. So the first of the succession laws that you're supposed to choose is the gender law. It's the first component, and the items that you can pick is there's matriarchy, which is your founder must be female. Only girls are eligible to be named heir unless there are no female children, at which point boys may become eligible for that generation. That's the one that I usually go with, just because I do, like I said earlier, I do seem to favor the female Sims. And I will always pick female Sims over male Sims. I think they're just so much fun to be able to create. I think they're prettier. That's just my cup of tea. So I pick matriarchy just because in the case that I do not have a female Sim, if my Sims only have males for the generation, I do want to continue on with that, with the challenge. I don't want to stop. So I pick matriarchy. Otherwise, there is strict matriarchy, which I like to think that I do, but we go with matriarchy just in case we don't have any females. Strict matriarchy is the founder must be female. Only girls are eligible to be named heir. Male children cannot, under any circumstance, be named heir ever. So that would pretty much end your challenge if you don't have females, which is why I pick matriarchy. And then there's patriarchy, which is founder must be male. Only boys are eligible. Pretty much matriarchy, just with men. And then strict patriarchy, the founder must be female. No females, no girls are ever eligible for that generation's heir. There is equality, which is the founder may be of either gender. Both boys and girls are eligible of the title. And then strict equality, which I think is kind of cool, but I don't ever do. It's the founder may be of either gender. However, only the children of the opposite gender of the founder are eligible to be named heir. And this repeats itself for the next generation. So then, because we have a female, then our next generation would have to be a male, following generation female, so on and so forth. Just continuing to alternate. So, like I said, so those are the gender laws. So there are 6. We are going with matriarchy. The bloodline law is the second component. There is strict traditional, which is what we do. Strict traditional is to be eligible to be named heir. A child must be naturally born from their previous generation's parents and be able to trace an unbroken bloodline back to the founder. Adopted children may never be named heir. I do go strict traditional because I always have children. We will always find a way to have children. So only those born into the family. Also because I don't adopt. I might at some point, but I don't adopt. I just have children. I usually have plenty of children. There's traditional, which are children who are naturally born from the previous generation are eligible to be named heir. Adopted children are ineligible unless there are no naturally born children, at which point they become eligible. So we could go traditional, but again, I always have children. So strict traditional it is with us. There's modern, which is both naturally born and adopted children are eligible, which is great and all. There is foster, which is children who are adopted are eligible to be named heir. Naturally born are not eligible to be named heir unless there are no adopted children, at which point they become eligible. And strict foster, only children who are adopted are eligible for title of heir. Naturally born children may never be heir. So I do not do foster. I think that would be cool for a different, but there's just something about being able to trace that bloodline all the way back that just kind of does it for me. So the third category is called the heir law, which is how you choose which child you have is named heir. So there's firstborn, which is pretty much fairly easy to figure out. It's oldest by order of joining the family is eligible. Or the oldest by order of joining the family, eligible living child is named heir. So if we were to have a male, because we are doing matriarchy for the most part, so it's pretty much the first that is eligible is what becomes. So firstborn. Lastborn is the youngest by order of joining the family. Eligible living child is named heir, so lastborn. Living will, the eligible child with the highest friendly relationship score with their previous generation's parent will be named heir. So whoever's the friendliest. Merit, the child with the most fully completed aspirations will be named heir. If there is a tie, the child with the highest level in a single skill will become heir from amongst the children who are tied. So that would be cool, but that's a lot of work. This one always makes me giggle. It's the strength. Firstborn eligible child becomes heir by default, but the title can be forcefully taken from them if an eligible sibling beats them in a fight. That sibling may have their title taken or taken back if they lose a fight to another eligible sibling. That's cool, but we're not doing that. Exemplars. At the beginning of the challenge, name a single trait. This trait must be one of your founder's 3 traits. Any eligible heir that has this trait will gain the title of heir. If a single generation has no children with this trait, follow the firstborn rule. If more than one child has the exemplar trait, then the oldest child with that trait becomes heir. We don't do that. That's also a lot of work. But I also think that's kind of cool. Democracy, which is what we are doing. This rule may be used if you are displaying your legacy challenge in some public way, either via Let's Play, live stream, blog, or other format where people can leave comments. The heir is chosen by your viewers/readers from amongst the pool of eligible heirs. So currently what we're going to do is until I start getting viewers, I will be picking. But once we start getting viewers, I will let all of you lovely human beings pick who our heirs are going to be. And then there's magical bloodline and magical strength. We don't mess with magic. So, and then there is another law if you get the Get to Work pack that happens with aliens. There's xenoarchy, xenophobic, brood, and tolerant. I don't play with aliens. I don't play with a lot of the occult sims. I actually get rid of the occult sims because I think they just bother me. And so we actually, unfortunately, I hate the way it sounds, but we're xenophobic. The heirs cannot be of a different species from the founder. All humans. I like humans. And then, like I said, there is scoring. We don't mess with scoring. Thankfully, there is a randomizing trait feature now, but this website that I use, which is simslegacychallenge.com, there is random trait generators, which we don't need. But yeah, so that is that. That's pretty much it. This episode is a little boring. I do apologize. And if you guys don't want to watch it, and I'm going to actually have to put it in the description because I should have said it at the beginning. If you guys don't want to watch it, that's totally fine. It was just an introduction episode, introducing you to Alice, kind of introducing the challenge if you aren't familiar with it, which I'm sure if you are watching my video, you specifically looked for legacy challenges because that's how I'm going to tag this. But yeah, so that is that. So yeah, I guess this is where the fun begins. We're going to have Alice. We're going to do 10 full generations. We are going to follow matriarchy, strict traditional, and democracy as our succession laws. And we're going to have a good time. But I really do appreciate you guys bearing in with this longer episode. I'm going to try to keep most of my episodes under 30 minutes, but I already have a feeling this one's going to be just slightly over because I do talk a lot, so I do apologize. But yeah, so thank you for joining me in this fantastic adventure we're going to have together. If you like what you saw, don't hesitate to like and subscribe. Also, please do not hesitate to leave constructive criticism in my comments below. I am new to this, even though I've watched people do Let's Plays online. It's a whole lot different when you're doing it yourself. So don't hesitate to leave me some constructive criticism as to what you think I could do better. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. Also, I will be taking children's names. So if you guys have suggestions for children's names as time goes on, don't hesitate to leave those below as well. Otherwise, I'm going to just jump in to the next episode with this. Otherwise, I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.